Today, I ask you to lean in and give me your full attention, setting aside anything that tugs your focus away, because what I'm about to share is meant specifically for you and for this exact moment in your life, crafted with care to walk beside you in every difficult hour. Let these words become something you hold quietly inside, like a steady flame you shield with both hands when the wind rises. Do not rush past this or skim it as if it were just another passing message. Remain here, present, and let your eyes and your mind stay with every sentence until the end. I am speaking to you with intention, with honesty, and with a deep concern for your inner world, for I have seen more of you than you realize. I have watched you in your quietest hours, when no one else was around to notice the faint sigh you tried to hide, the heaviness you carried in your chest, the worries that never quite left your thoughts even when you forced yourself to smile. I am aware of the questions you never voice aloud, the doubts you hesitate to name, the ache that comes from waiting for change that seems to take too long. I want you to carry one clear truth with you: a response to what you've been needing is already set in motion. This is not an empty promise, nor a vague hope that might or might not come to pass. It is a certainty that moves toward you even now, step by step, moment by moment, in ways you may not yet see. Your role, for now, is to stay awake to this, to allow your trust to breathe again, and to keep a quiet, steady space within you where hope can stand without being pushed aside by fear. You may feel as if you have been knocking on doors that never open, repeating the same effort over and over, wondering whether anyone hears you or whether you are simply speaking into an empty room. You have waited through long nights, through days that felt like a blur of repetition, through seasons of confusion in which you questioned whether anything was truly changing beneath the surface. Yet nothing in your journey has been ignored or brushed aside. Every tear that slid down unnoticed, every moment you felt too tired to speak, every time you swallowed your hurt so you would not burden others, none of it disappeared into nothingness. Everything has been seen, held, and taken into account. Help is not only coming, it is already on its way to you, moving through pathways you might not have expected, arriving in forms that may surprise you. It may not come dressed in the exact shape you imagine, but it will be real, substantial, and precisely suited to what your life and heart truly require. The stretch of time you have spent waiting has not been wasted. It has been shaping you quietly. The pauses, the delays, the unexpected turns that frustrated you have carried a purpose that will become clearer with hindsight. They have strengthened capacities in you that you did not know you possessed: resilience, depth of understanding, compassion for others who struggle, and a more grounded sense of who you truly are. Do not misinterpret delay as abandonment. What you have longed for has been unfolding layer by layer, like a path being prepared just ahead of your footsteps. You are closer to the care you seek than your worries would have you believe, and you have never been left to stumble entirely alone. There has been a constant presence around you, steady, watchful, and patient, accompanying you in silence even when you thought no one could possibly understand. Every commitment made to you stands firm. Nothing has been withdrawn, nothing has been forgotten, and nothing has been casually changed. Reliability surrounds you more than you realize. The same source of support that has quietly carried you through past hardships is still here, unwavering, acting as an anchor when the surrounding world feels unsteady and unpredictable. When you recall promises given to you, promises of guidance, steadiness, and help, know that they remain intact. You are being supported now, and that support will continue as your path unfolds. When you hear that, what you need is on its way, let that sink in as something solid, not as a vague reassurance. Accept that the help you receive is not only for your own comfort. It will also become a resource you can share, a light you can hold up for others whose strength is fading. You are not meant to carry your experiences alone. You are invited to let the care you receive ripple outward, turning your own healing and clarity into a refuge for those you encounter. While you walk this current stretch of your journey, remain attentive. The very process you are in, right now, is shaping your ability to listen more deeply, to sense quiet guidance, and to recognize the subtle ways in which you are being looked after. If you drift away, if you detach yourself from the present and numb your heart, you may miss gentle signs of reassurance that would have eased your mind. So stay engaged, not with frantic effort, but with calm awareness. Let these words settle slowly, like rain sinking into dry ground, and allow them to nourish places in you that have felt parched and overlooked. There will come a moment, sooner than you think, when the separate threads of your experiences begin to make sense together. You will look back on hardships that once seemed pointless and recognize how they prepared you, reshaped your priorities, and redirected your steps towards something more aligned with who you truly are. What you have endured has not been meaningless. The help that approaches will not merely patch a single problem. It will reveal that, all along, you were being accompanied. It will reach beyond your immediate needs, offering a broader peace, a deeper understanding, and a more lasting comfort than you anticipated. When this support arrives in full, it will feel like a gentle but undeniable shift, a lifting of weight, a quieting of noise inside your mind. You will see more clearly how you were never left to wander entirely in the dark, even when your view was limited. Until then, do not turn away from hope. You are far nearer to relief, clarity, and calm than your most anxious thoughts suggest. Let the knowledge that you are remembered, truly remembered, sit with you. You have not been lost in the crowd, not reduced to a passing thought that fades and disappears. Your quiet efforts to keep going, your attempts to be kind even while you were hurting, your small, unseen sacrifices for those you care about, they have all been noticed and deeply valued. When discouragement whispers that your struggle does not matter, return in your mind to this assurance. You are known, you are seen, and you are being guided forward. Each step you take, even the faltering ones, is part of an unfolding process that is bringing you to a more stable and meaningful place. You may not always recognize progress as it happens, but in time the shape of it will become clearer. When uncertainty presses in, treat these words as a place you can revisit within yourself, a reminder that your hopes and fears have not gone unheard. Continue to move forward, even if your pace is slow, and let trust be something that gradually grows rather than something you force yourself to feel all at once. Trust can be quiet. It can be as gentle as choosing not to give up today. Know, too, that there is no condemnation in the way you are being seen. Your doubts, your exhaustion, your moments of wanting to walk away, these are understood in full. You are not shamed for being human, for reaching your limit, for needing reassurance more than once. You are met with understanding, patience, and a compassion that does not retreat when you are at your most fragile. Your value does not diminish when you struggle. On the contrary, the very battles you face are shaping the unique strength and perspective only you can bring into this world. You hold a purpose that no one else can replicate, a distinctive way of seeing and caring that has been quietly forming through all that you have survived. Let this realization settle gently. Your life is not an accident, and your presence makes a difference in ways you may never fully see from your own vantage point. In the middle of confusion or emotional fog, remember that you are invited to draw near to the source of this steady care whenever you feel lost. Guidance is not withheld from you. There is a deep, listening attention turned toward you, one that hears not only the words you speak but also the feelings you cannot express. When you reach out, whether through a whispered thought, a silent plea, or a simple hope that someone is listening, you are received with openness and understanding, not with judgment. Hold close the awareness that your path, however uneven it may feel, is watched over. Even the detours and apparent setbacks have quietly redirected you away from roads that would have harmed you more deeply. Some of what you've lost has actually been a protection you could not recognize at the time. Some of what was delayed has preserved you for something better aligned with who you are meant to become. Every difficulty has stretched your capacity for insight and empathy far beyond what comfort alone could have produced. You are being prepared for a broader horizon than the one you currently see. Stay steady. Let this assurance become a quiet companion in your days and nights. Real help is approaching, already on its way, and you are held in a constancy of care that does not flicker with changing circumstances. You have been, and continue to be, carried by a commitment that does not waver, one that remains faithful to you in every season. Allow that truth to sit in the deepest parts of you, easing the tightness in your chest, loosening the grip of fear, and giving you the courage to keep going. You are not forgotten, you are not abandoned, and you are not walking this road alone. Music, you are the quiet strength that shelters those you love, the ground beneath their feet, the unseen force holding everything together. Every simple gesture of care, every patient word, every small sacrifice you make is noticed and treasured, even when no one says it out loud. Each morning arrives like an open door, inviting you to step nearer to a place of renewal, to drink in the rest you've been longing for and to receive the clarity your heart has been searching for. May these words gently yet firmly encourage you to keep moving, step by steady step, along the path that truly belongs to you. I am not here merely to patch problems or supply what you lack on the surface. My purpose is to deepen your days with clear perception, steady courage, and a love that does not depend on your performance. When you loosen your grip on anxiety and choose instead to lean into the commitments I have already made on your behalf, you will find not only the resources you need to rebuild trust, but also the quiet endurance and calm strength that growth always demands. In the rush of appointments, responsibilities, and endless tasks, choose moments, however small, to seek me out. In those moments, you will begin to sense a constant support and a nourishment for your inner life that you may not have known you were missing. Together, we will meet each obstacle as it comes, and over time you will start to see how faithfully I have stood beside you, touching every hidden corner of your life with a care that never runs out and is never withheld. Release your grip on fears about tomorrow. Each day carries its own cares, and you are not meant to shoulder them all at once. Remember how the world once felt when you were young, wide, mysterious, full of possibility, and draw near to me with that same straightforward trust, like a child who does not hesitate before running into loving arms. You do not need to disguise your errors or shrink back in shame. I see you completely, and my concern for you does not flicker or fade with your missteps. My desire is that you truly feel the full weight of my consistent care, that you rest under the shelter of my protection, and that a deep calm, bigger than what words can express, finds a home in you. I long for your success in every honest endeavor, even when your efforts seem small or fruitless. Place your trust in the path I am quietly mapping out before you. Together, we will shape a life rich not just in provision, but in authentic joy and meaningful abundance. As you move forward, remember, I remain committed to your well-being. I will stand near in your lowest valleys and your brightest heights, a constant source of direction and a dependable presence while you navigate every twist and unexpected turn. With my help, you will not lack what is essential. Stay attuned to my guidance by paying attention to the quiet messages that reach you each day, moments of insight, encouragement, and strength meant to fortify your resolve. I will lead you toward a stillness where noise recedes, where the flow of life seems more gentle, where simple beauty, like clear water and open sky, reminds you what truly matters. When weariness weighs you down, I will revive the core of your being with a quiet, enduring energy. My devotion to you, expressed both in tenderness and in practical care, will surround you like an unshakable embrace, offering you a refuge that cannot be taken away. I long to mend the aches you keep hidden, to gather the scattered pieces of your attention and your heart, and to breathe purpose into each day you are given. I am devoted to lifting you above the troubles that threaten to drown you, guiding you through harsh seasons and easing the burdens that press so heavily on your shoulders. Take these words into yourself. Let them sink deep, strengthening your confidence, and forming a firm base on which to build your life. In the days ahead, I am at work arranging shifts and openings that will bring good not only to you, but also to the people you care about. I have spoken many promises over your future, promises of hope, steady provision, meaningful chances to grow, and I am fully resolved to see each one carried out. I will help bring that future into reality, as you choose to rely on me. Allow real peace and sincere joy to take root in your heart. Grasp my assurances firmly, and set aside the obsession with what might go wrong. Do not let uncertainty blur your focus or drain away your energy. Walk ahead with courage, guided by a calm that does not depend on outward circumstances. I know the pressures that fill your days, and I stand ready with direction that is both trustworthy and usable in real life. There are influences that seek to erode your confidence, to shake your belief in the help I freely offer, to flood your mind with voices that say you are failing or not enough. I urge you to rise and confront these shadows, holding tightly to the pledges I have given you. Speak from a place of truth, move with intention, and do not surrender your direction. When exhaustion threatens to pull you under, remember that my presence will not leave you. I will help you regain your footing, again and again, no matter how rough the path becomes. Hear this plainly: anything that sets itself against your well-being, no matter how loud, dramatic, or intimidating it appears, has no lasting authority over you. Its accusations are hollow, its confidence borrowed and brittle. You can allow these empty judgments to echo in your mind, or you can turn your attention back to the trust one extends to you. I have been actively involved in your shaping from the first moments of your existence, and even the hardest seasons have eventually bowed to the direction I provide. My reach extends beyond what you can observe or predict. Whatever resistance or criticism arises, know that I stand as your defender. If you fall time after time, my care does not abandon you. It lifts you, supports you, and stays present without expiration. When trials swell and threaten to engulf you, I will renew your strength repeatedly, ensuring you always have solid ground on which to rebuild. If you slip into deep shadows and lose sight of the way ahead, I will not leave you there. I will raise you up and guide you toward a safe and stable place. Share kindness freely, and if you can, offer these words to someone whose hope is fading. My desire is that you rise with firm resolve, turning toward rather than away from difficulties, and that you outlast every hardship placed in your path. You carry within you more strength than you realize, the ability to press through, to transform obstacles into stepping stones, and to live a life enriched and sustained by my support. I regard you with profound respect and care about what becomes of you and of your future. You matter deeply to me. Offer me your trust in return. Let me hold the weight of your fears, your disappointments, and your exhaustion. Every quiet wish, every whispered plea that you barely dare to speak, I hear it, and I treat it as significant. I am at work in the tangled places of your life, opening passages where before there seemed to be only walls, easing your pain, lifting your burdens, and providing a depth of peace that often defies description. Prepare yourself to cultivate a trust that stands firm, a hope that remains when circumstances shift, and a deep calm that steadies you in storms. Silence the recurring doubts that steal your attention. Allow me to enter the hidden rooms where old wounds still ache. I am here to help you recover, to begin again with a new sense of wholeness. I am washing away the stains of earlier failures and regrets, giving you a new page on which to design a future no longer chained to yesterday's mistakes. You do not need to live under the weight of perpetual guilt or hesitation. If your resolve is honest and your trust true, abandon the belief that you are beyond repair. It has never been my intention for your life to be defined by constant tension, panic, or despair. I do not wish for you to drag the heavy load of past missteps in such a way that it blocks your view of what is possible. From this moment onward, I want to lead you through and beyond every anxiety that has taken root in your mind. Even though sorrow and struggle seem to fill the world, understand that you are not out of place. You stand exactly where your story has brought you, and nothing you've endured has been wasted. Every hardship has contributed to the resilience that now lives in you. Yesterday's troubles can harden into bitterness or transform into the strong foundation of your growth. The lessons your pain has taught you can open your eyes to new chances for healing and improvement. Let your experiences become a source of empathy, equipping you to recognize and support others in their own battles. I cherish you and am ready to provide forms of help and opportunity that last far longer than temporary rewards. The scarcity and pressure you feel begin to ease when you release your tight hold on what cannot last. Real wealth is not counted in possessions or status, but in the love, loyalty, and honest connection that surround you. When you loosen your grip on what is fleeting, you make room for deeper fulfillment and genuine progress. The people you care about, and those who care about you, are treasures surpassing anything you could own. As you walk the road I am laying out, keep your focus on the direction I give and stay aware of the constant support available to you. I intend to be a clear, steady light when your path grows dark, a trustworthy source of wisdom when decisions are confusing, and a constant companion through quiet days and stormy nights alike. Embrace the singular purpose woven into who you are, and allow my support to renew your spirit, giving you a peace that stands firm in the face of any challenge. Let my guidance grow inside you until it becomes a quiet, unwavering trust, strong enough not only to carry you, but also to become a beacon of hope for others. Never forget this: you will not walk your journey in isolation. I remain unfailingly present, like a patient guide and a friend who does not leave. With every step you take, whether confident or unsure, my support goes with you. As each day begins, open your eyes with expectancy, knowing that I am already at work in the details of your life, often in ways you cannot yet see. My presence does not come and go with your moods or your circumstances. It is steady, and my concern for your ongoing good does not waver. Trust the rhythm I set, even when it feels slower or faster than you would choose, for I hold not just a single moment but the entire span of your future. I am shaping a way forward that reaches beyond your own highest plans. Draw your courage from the strength I give you. Let my constancy become the backbone of your persistence, the source of your bravery, and the quiet fire behind your determination. I will not withdraw my guidance or my help, even when the path seems unclear or rough beneath your feet. My support does not expire with time, emotion, or circumstance. It endures. Lift your eyes from the ground of your fears and anchor yourself in the certainty I offer. My care is the bedrock beneath your steps, the force that keeps you moving, and the light that cuts through confusion. With me, you can discover a fulfillment that runs deep, a peace that remains, and an assurance that your life is seen, guarded, and tenderly sustained. This support is not occasional. It is woven into each day you live. Walk on with confidence, knowing I have already gone ahead of you, removing hidden dangers, softening rough places, clearing stones from your way. Lean fully on the reliability of my presence, draw from the strength only I can give, and construct your life on a base that will not crumble. My intention is to see you flourish, to fill your days with a hope that does not fade and with a sense of meaning that stretches into every choice you make. Never doubt how valuable you are. You were made for real and worthy achievements that reflect your true capacity. Welcome the road ahead, with all its bends and climbs, confident that I will stay beside you, to guide, to steady, and to protect you in every step you take. If something in these lines stirs even the smallest echo inside you, let that quiet response in your chest be your answer, a sign that your deeper self recognizes a truth it has always known. Beneath every role you play and every mask you wear, at the still point in the center of your being, I gently ask you to lean into the constant care I extend toward you. This is not a new message, but a reminder of a steady support that has accompanied you day after day, whether you noticed it or not. Let this awareness nudge you forward, encourage you to draw on the strength that already lives within you, and help you realize that you are surrounded by a care that does not hesitate or fade. Allow these words to stay with you as you walk, to reassure you that each step you take is quietly held by unfailing support and grounded direction, and that even when confusion clouds your path, there is still a way ahead, lit by dependable trust and real, practical help. Let this certainty settle into you, and continue on with a peaceful determination, knowing that what lies before you is far safer and more hopeful than your fears suggest. You were never meant to achieve some flawless image of yourself. Perfection is a mirage that keeps shifting just when you think you are close, drawing your attention away from the truth of who you already are. Instead of pursuing an impossible ideal that does not fit the shape of your soul, begin to notice the quiet beauty in your natural flaws. the honesty in your missteps, the humanity in your limits. When you trip or lose your footing, remember that I am not far away, but close enough to steady you, to be a calm presence in the middle of your hardest hours. I see the ache that forms when you drift from the path we share, and I recognize the weight of doubt and grief when they move in and try to convince you that you are alone. Hold fast to the awareness that in all of this, you are never abandoned. I remain beside you in every difficulty, unwavering. Within the shelter of my care, you will find a way to mend, to begin again, to breathe differently. Each sunrise is another chance, a clean space where you can write a new chapter of healing and change. When life presses too hard and everything feels too heavy, I am the quiet light that cuts through the dense dark, revealing a support that is gentler, deeper, and more dependable than you may expect. Stay close to the bond that joins our hearts, and let it remind you that you are seen, known, and upheld. My guidance constantly reaches toward you, offering a way to rebuild your life and to move forward little by little. Every moment you spend with me is an invitation to refill your strength. There is a deep purpose resting inside you, a distinct melody that belongs only to you and has been there from the beginning. Do not allow isolation or numbness to smother that inner flame. Instead, open yourself to the ongoing help I offer and rest in the warmth of my nearness. Trust me with the simple honesty of someone who has not yet learned to pretend, and let that trust anchor you. I am here to remind you that your existence carries meaning, and that every season, joyful or painful, contributes something necessary to your growth. Welcome this care without holding back, aware that together we are shaping a future founded on trust, compassion, and mutual understanding. Each step you manage to take, even the smallest one, is a sign that we are still traveling this path side by side. My devotion to you is not temporary or based on performance. It does not vanish when circumstances change. I stand as your guardian and companion, ensuring that you are never truly left to wrestle with life's weight by yourself. When obstacles rise like tall cliffs in front of you, I quietly provide the strength and resilience you need to climb. When exhaustion settles into your bones and everything in you wants to stop, I place fresh energy within your reach so that you can continue. Open your inner world to the help I extend. Let go of the fear of judgment, because harsh criticism and careless opinions have no power to rewrite the truth I have already spoken over you. When the night feels especially silent and you reach for comfort, know that I am there, close and constant, watching over you with a tenderness that does not grow tired. I do not peer at you like an accuser searching for faults, but look upon you with kindness and patience. When you approach me openly, without the need to impress or pretend, I receive you with real warmth. I know what your spirit aches for, and I offer what is needed to ease that quiet hunger and renew what has grown weary inside you. Let your trust in me be the compass that leads you through confusion. What moves me is not your list of accomplishments, but the sincerity of your heart, the honesty of who you are beneath all the effort. Your unpolished, genuine self lights the way forward, and I cherish every part of who you truly are. I am not swayed by loud words of praise that lack authenticity. Empty gestures do not touch me. What matters is the steady courage of your trust, the enduring loyalty that continues even when no one else sees. In return, I commit myself to listening when you call, to responding with care that goes beyond what you hoped for. As we move together, allow your anxiety to gradually loosen its grip, replaced by a quiet confidence. I will help secure your beliefs, rooting them in the solid ground of my promises. In the light of my guidance, fear and doubt will lose their claim on your heart, and you will discover a deeper peace that does not depend on outer circumstances. I stay at your side, ready to help you face and rise above whatever stands in your way. Seek out the spaces where silence and balance naturally gather, places where your mind can rest from the constant noise. In the rush of your days, pause long enough to become aware of my presence beside you. Let me lift the weight you have been carrying alone, softening the strain that clouds your thoughts and drains your spirit. I work continually to turn your challenges into quiet victories, to reshape your sorrow into a living hope. Nothing is more important to me than seeing your life infused with meaning, wholeness, and a clear sense of direction, as you become stronger over time. I am fully devoted to helping you discover stability and fulfillment, so that each hardship you face becomes a doorway to greater inner resilience, supported at every point by steady care. Notice how my presence is woven into all parts of your experience, even the ones that felt unbearable, transforming difficulties into lessons that refine your character. The trials that once seemed likely to break you did not have the final word. You stand here now, held up by my strength and protected within my care. Reflect on the hard paths you have already walked, the conflicts you survived, and remember how often my guidance quietly steered you through when you thought you were alone. If I have carried you through before, you can be certain that I will not abandon you now. My commitment is enduring. I intend to support you in every single step that still lies ahead. No person, no circumstance, no hidden plan can erase the good I have designed for your life. In the middle of confusion and hardship, allow your inner life to be renewed. When the obstacles rose too high, and you reached toward me out of honest desperation, I entered into your situation, lightening what felt impossible to bear and responding with genuine care. I have strengthened your heart when it felt fragile, giving you the endurance you needed to keep going. When the ache was nearly too much, and you thought you might collapse, I wrapped you in steady support so you could remain standing. Your worth stretches beyond any language. It cannot be contained in simple words, and my care for you extends farther than any boundary you can imagine. I will continue, without interruption, to help you move forward. I will prove my reliability in both quiet details and major turning points, offering care in places others may never see. If these thoughts resonate with something deep within you, let that inner agreement show itself in your actions by extending kindness and support to others as well. I invite you to open your heart completely so my guidance can reach into every corner of your life. Allow me to gently influence your thoughts, soften your reactions, and shape your choices with compassion and wisdom. As you walk in step with this guidance, you will begin to notice doors opening, new paths appearing, and possibilities that hint at a life rich with promise. Old obstacles will begin to lose their power, and the loads you once dragged behind you will grow lighter. I will keep leading you toward a future bright with hope, persistence, and quiet joy. My devotion to your journey does not waver. Within the refuge of my care, there will be enough for you, enough strength, enough grace, enough new chances, for I have designed it so. My support stretches beyond the edge of your imagination, and offering you fresh beginnings is one of my deepest intentions. I move through your days with kindness, smoothing out what went wrong before and weaving it into something new. No harsh word, no rejection, no misunderstanding can weaken the care that surrounds you. You are worthy of every good gift, not because you have earned them, but because your very existence carries inherent value. When you look at your own reflection, I urge you to see what I see, a singular, irreplaceable being of great worth. It pains me when hesitation, insecurity, or false stories drown out the reality of your value. And so I stay constant. Stand firmly in the assurance of what I speak over you. Allow these words to sink deep, to anchor you to a stable truth that does not sway with opinion or mood. I have shaped you with intention, guided you here, and placed you at a significant threshold in your life. Your well-being does not depend on volatile trends or unpredictable events. No earthly force can halt the movement of good I have already set in motion on your behalf. Trust that my guidance will keep drawing you along a path of gradual growth and enduring peace. My words are meant to be a continual source of support, something you can lean on as you navigate challenges and transitions. Still, the direction of your life rests in the choices you make. You must decide whether you will lean fully into this support, allowing your trust to endure through difficult seasons, or whether you will hold back, shaped by fear, doubt, and the shifting voices around you. You must choose whether to accept these clear assurances and stand on the foundation I offer, or to let uncertainty weaken your courage. I am here, always ready, with open hands and a heart that is genuinely for you. Each moment contains a decision that quietly shapes what comes next. If you embrace the care I extend and choose to trust, together we will face doubts, disappointments, and setbacks, and move beyond them. You are not walking this road alone. I am present in every step, prepared to guide you whenever the way seems unclear. The future you create is formed, again and again, by what you decide. Consider well, what will you choose? Understand that not every force around you wants to see you flourish. There are influences, visible and subtle, that gain from your discouragement, that would prefer to see your confidence erode and your inner strength wear thin. Yet in the middle of all that, I remain a solid ground, holding steady when storms rise, a loyal ally in every season of trouble. With me, you discover a calm capable of quieting negative voices and a shelter strong enough to guard your heart. I invite you to place your trust in this support and walk ahead with a new boldness, knowing that whatever comes, we will meet it together. Your continued growth does not come from pretending you are strong on your own, but from trusting the help available to you and choosing, again and again, to move beyond each obstacle that appears in your path. Speak without disguise, because I am listening. Tell me what you truly long for, what secretly frightens you, and what weighs most heavily on your mind. You do not need to hide anything or feel ashamed, because I already see all of you, the visible and the hidden, the open wounds and the quiet scars, and I understand more about you than you may ever fully grasp. Your most private thoughts are safe here, held with a carefulness that will not fail you. I offer you a chance to lay down what you have been carrying for so long, the anger that burns through your energy, the regret that tightens around your heart, the guilt that will not let you rest. Let your true voice rise without fear, and release each burden that keeps you from living in genuine peace. You were never intended to shoulder all of this by yourself. The care I offer is strong and unwavering, capable of covering the markings of your past with a new beginning and transforming your grief into hope. I can help close old wounds, soften long-standing pain, and introduce into your life a simple, enduring joy. But this transformation does not force its way in. It begins where your willingness to trust begins. Place your confidence in me. Depend on the support I extend, and watch as I gradually remove the barriers that block your way. Every deliberate step you take toward trust moves you further from the long shadows of what came before. I am here to walk through the hard places with you, making what once felt unbearable more manageable. And now, my dear one, let this message continue beyond you. Think of those whose hearts might need the same quiet reassurance, those carrying unseen weights, and allow what you have received to flow outward in simple acts of care, so that the circle of support grows and no one has to walk their difficult road feeling utterly alone. If you need a word of encouragement today, pause with me for a moment, and gently set down every weight you've been carrying, placing it into my attentive care. You were never meant to shoulder all of this on your own. Allow the help I am offering to surround you and lift you. As you choose to be sincere and vulnerable about what you're going through, you will uncover a deeper kind of strength than the one you've been trying to force. You don't have to keep struggling in silence when support is already reaching toward you. Trust this simple, quiet truth. When you allow your hardships to be shared, the load becomes lighter, and the bond between us grows stronger and more real. I am beside you, ready to share the weight, to steady your steps, and to guide you through confusion toward a horizon that is brighter and more hopeful. Hold close the assurance that your life has immeasurable worth. You are not abandoned, not for a moment. Walk with humility, and you will see how I lift you up in ways you did not expect. I will make a way through what feels like solid walls, leading you out of the shadows and into a clearer sense of direction and meaning. Do not let your attention be stolen by fleeting pleasures or by hollow promises of success that leave your heart empty. Turn instead toward the help I constantly extend to you, the kind of support that firms up your faith, stabilizes your steps, and brings your journey to completion. You were formed with tenderness and intention, created for a life rich in purpose and quiet peace, not for a story defined by endless grief. In this very moment, I place before you an invitation to heal, to step out of the patterns that keep you trapped, and to awaken to a renewed strength within your spirit. I remain by your side through every phase of your recovery, leading you forward into days marked by calm assurance and genuine promise. My hand reaches out to lift you from hopelessness, and to set you securely upon ground that does not give way. Open the deepest places of your heart and allow yourself to receive all that has been prepared for your good, provisions and opportunities capable of transforming how you see the world, how you think, and how you live. Draw courage from the steady, unwavering care I continually offer you, and move forward with confidence into the life that has been carefully laid out for you, a path shaped by insight, compassion, and dependable protection. My presence does not flicker or fade. It remains a quiet, enduring refuge, a companion who does not leave. Believe that each step you take is being gently directed by kindness and faithful support. I do not depart from you. I stand with you in every season, giving you resilience for each moment, constant and unchanging. May your heart never lose awareness of this steady, enduring care that surrounds you, now and always.